बोलिए श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। जय जय सीताराम। Cordial welcome to everyone who are present at the Mandir in person and those who are joining us online as we engage in our Sunday morning devotion. So at this time, may we all clasp our hands, we close our eyes, we bow our heads. We focus our minds at the feet of Shri Krishna Bhagwan as we do our opening prarthana. Hari Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Om Aim Saraswatyai Namaha Om Shri Guru Charana Kamale Bhyo Namaha Om Bhadram Karnibhi Shrunuyam Deva Bhadram Pashyemakshabiryajatrah Sthirairangai Stushtavan Sastanodhe Vyashemahi Devahitam Yadayuho Om Swasti Na Indro Bridashravah Swasti Na Pushah Vishwaveda Swasti Na Starakshurishtanemi Swasti No Brihaspati Dadhatu Om Paya Prithvyam Paya Ushadeshu Paya Divyantariksha Payodah Payasvati Pradishah Santu Mahyam Om Vishnu Raratmasi Vishnu Snaptrisho Vishnu Shurasi Vishnu Dhruvorasi Vaishnavam Masi Vishnu Vetva Om Agnir Devata Vato Devata Suryo Devata Chandra Devata Vasuvo Devata Rudro Devata Dityo Devata Maruto Devata Vishvideva Devata Brihaspati Devata Indro Devata Varuno Devata Om Dhyo Shanti Antarikshagam Shanti Prithvi Shanti Apah Shanti Oshadaya Shanti Vanaspataya Shanti Vishvideva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagam Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Samah Shanti Redhe Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yad Bhadram Tannasuva Om Gananam Tva Ganapati Gum Havamahe Priyanam Tva Ganapati Gum Havamahe Nidhinam Tva Nidhipati Gum Havamahe Baso Mama Aham Jani Garbhadham Tvam Jasi Garbhadham Chant Rashmi Manamai Hari Om Tat Sat Om Vishnur Vishnur Vishnu Namah Paramatmane Shri Puran Purushotam Adya Shri Brahmano Nidvitya Paradhi Shri Shveta Varaha Kalpe Vaivasvat Manvantari अष्टाविंशति तमे कलियुगे कलि प्रथम चरणे भूलोके जम्बुद्वीपे कानदवर्षे स्काब्रो ग्रामे बौद्धवतारे शुभ मासे शुभ पक्षे शुभ तिथि अमुक नामस्य मुक गोत्रम नामहं दैविक भौतिकतात्रय इति श्री पांच महादेवता श्री कृष्ण भगवान हवन पूजनम संकल्पम अहम करिष्ये। पवित्र प्यूरिफिकेशन। ओम अपवित्रः पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थांगतो अपि वा यस्मरित पुंडरीकाक्ष सबाह्यभ्यन्तरं शुचि। ओम श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु। Prashri Shankari Altar. Om Shamashvame Padasparsham Shamashile Paratpare Ram Krishnadi Kanantvam Mata Prithvi Namastute. Bow to the ground, take your seat. Om Prithvi Tvaya Dvita Loka Devi Tvam Vishnunadvita Tvam Chidharyamam Nityam Pavitram Kurucha Asanam Iti Asanam Samarpayami. So we now compose ourselves as we invite the presence of Panch Mahadevata. Firstly, contemplating, meditating upon the divine form of Lord Ganesh as we seek his presence and blessings today. Harihi Om Kharvam Stulatanam Gajendravadanam Lambodaram Sundaram Prasyandan Madugandalubda Madupavya Gandastharam Danta Ghata Virarita Rirudhire Sindura Shubhakaram Vande Shaila Sutasutam Ganapatim Siddhim Pradam Kamaram Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirviganam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Om Ganganapataye Namaha Om Ganganapataye Namaha Om Ganganapataye Namaha Boli Shri Gajanan Swami Ki Jai. We now meditate upon the Divine Mother in the form of Adi Shakti, Durga Mata. Om Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trayambike Gauri Narayane Namastute Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Matri Rupena Sanstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha Om Dum Durgaya Namaha Om Dum Durgaya Namaha Om Dum Durgaya Namaha Boli Shri Adi Shakti Durga Mata Ki Jai. Meditate now upon Shiv Shankar Bhagwan. Om Tat Purushaya Vidamahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudra Prachodayat Kar Charana Kritam Va Kayajam Karmajam Va Shravanayan Jamva Manasamva Paradham Vihitam Vihitam Va Sarvame Tatshamasva Jai Jai Karunabhi Shri Mahadeva Shambho Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya. Bolo Mahapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. We contemplate, meditate at the feet of Surya Narayana Swami. Hath jod binati karo Surya Deva Bhagavan Das apno jani Prabhu Karhu sada kalyan Om Bhaskaraya Vidamahi Divakaraya Dhimahi Tanna Surya Prachodayat Om Suryaya Namaha Om Suryaya Namaha Om Suryaya Namaha. Boli Shri Surya Narayana Swami Ki Jai. Now we contemplate, meditate at the feet of Sri Mahavishnu Bhagavan in his last major incarnation of Sri Krishna. Om Shantakaram Bhojagashayinam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagan Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalnayanam Yogi Bhirdhyanagam Vande Vishnu Bhavabhayharanam Sarvalokaikanatham Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopal Kumaraya Shri Govindaya Namo Namaha Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranata Klesha Nashaya Shri Govindaya Namo Namaha Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Bolo Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai Shri Mahavishnu Bhagavan ki jai. We now make offerings at the feet of Shri Krishna. Firstly, we offer water. Harihi Om Narayanam Namaste Astu Narakadnavatadakam Paryam Grihan Devesha Trailokyam Timirapaham Shri Krishna Bhagavan Argyam Paryam Snanam Samarpayami. We offer Chandan. Om Shri Khanda Chandanang Divyam Gandadhyo Sumanoharam Vilepanam Surshreshtang Chandanang Pratigrihyatam Shri Krishna Bhagavan Chandanang Samarpayami. We offer flower. Om Malakadi Sugandheni Malyatadini Vai Prabhu Maya Hritani Pujartam Pushpani Pratigrihitam Shri Krishna Bhagavan Pushpam Samarpayami. We offer essence. Om Gandham Grihan Devesha Deva Deva Dayanidhi Tvameva Jagatam Natistva Tvameva Jagatam Prabhu Shri Krishna Bhagavan Gandham Samarpayami. We offer light, deep aarti to Shri Krishna. Om Sajang Chavarti Sanyuktam Vahanena Yojitam Maya Deepam Grihani Devesha Trailokyam Timirapaham. Bolish Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. We now offer Naivedya to Shri Krishna. Harihi Om Mandakinyastu Yadavari Sarva Papaharam Shubham Taridam Kalapitam Devam Samyagyachmanyatvam Tvaya. We all pray now in our own words as we offer this Naivedya at the feet of Shri Krishna. We humbly ask him to accept it and to shower his blessings upon us. Harihi Om Gritpakvam Havishyanam Payisham Cha Sharkara Danavidham Cha Naivedyam Shri Krishna Bhagavan Naivedyam Samarpayami. Om Harir Data Harir Bhukta Harir Annam Prajapati Harir Vipra Sharirastu Bhukte Bhojayate Hari. Bolish Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Shri Krishna Arpanam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. For water to Shri Krishna. Om Sarva Papaharam Devam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Chamaya Dattam Grihan Parameshwaram Shri Krishna Bhagavan Achmanyam Samarpayami. We offer Dakshina to Shri Krishna. Om Hiranyagarbha Samvartatagare Bhutasya Jatapatirekhasit Saradhar Pratavedhyamute Mam Kashmai Deva Havisha Vidhema Shri Krishna Bhagavan Danam Dakshinaye Samarpayami. Bolish Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. So as we are accustomed to, we'll have praises onto Lord Ganesha this time. So we all join our voices as we sing praises onto Lord Ganesh.
Jai 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 Gananayaka, Jai Jai Vigna Vinashaka, Jai 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 Gananayaka, Jai Jai Vigna Vinashaka, Jai 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 Gananayaka, Jai Jai Vigna Vinashaka.
Jai Jai Gananayaka, Jai Jai Vigna Vinashaka.
Jai Shubha Mangaladayaka, Vidya Buddhi Pradayaka.
Jai Shubha Mangaladayaka, Vidya Buddhi Pradayaka.
Jai 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 Gananayaka, Jai Jai Vigna Vinashaka.
Jai 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 Gananayaka, Jai Jai Vigna Vinashaka.
Gajvadana Gauri Nandana,
Gajvarna Gauri Nandana,
Gajvadana Gauri Nandana,
Gajvarna Gauri Nandana,
Gajvadana
गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदन
गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदन
गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदन
जय 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 गणनायका जय जय विघ्न विनाशका
जय 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 गणनायका जय जय विघ्न विनाशका
जय शुभ मंगलदायका विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका
जय शुभ मंगलदायका विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका
गजवदना गौरी नंदन
गजवरना गौरी नंदन
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 गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदन
गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदन
गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदन
गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदन
जय 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 गणनायका जय जय विघ्न विनाशका
जय 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 गणनायका जय जय विघ्न विनाशका
जय शुभ मंगलदायका विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका
जय शुभ मंगलदायका विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका
जय 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 गणनायका जय जय विघ्न विनाशका
जय 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 गणनायका जय जय विघ्न विनाशका
जय जय विघ्न विनाशका जय जय विघ्न विनाशका
बोलिए श्री अन्न स्वामी की जय. So at this time, devotees will join in mantra jap havan. So those who are performing havan with us at home, please light your fire at this time as we invite Agni Devta. Om Bhurabhuvasvaha, Om Bhurabhuvasvaha, Dhayoriva Bhumna, Prithvi Vavarimna Tasya Asti Prithvi Deva Yajanim, Prishti Aganim Manadam Manadayadadhi. Boliye Shri Agni Devta ki jai. Pass the water around the fire 3 times. Om Mandakinyastu Yadavari Sarva Papaharam Shubham Tadiram Kalapitam Devam Sam Yagya Achmanyatvam Tvayati Achmanyam Samarpayami. We now begin making our offerings into the fire. We all recite Swaha together as we make these offerings. Om Shri Ganesh Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namaha Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Gauri Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Shankar Bhagwan Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Agni Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Mahalakshmi Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Mahavishnu Bhagwan Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Namo Narayanaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Bhaskaraya Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Chandraya Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Bhaumaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Buddhaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha. श्रीगुरवेभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्रीशुक्रायभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्रीशनिश्चरायभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्रीराहवेभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्रीकेतवेभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्रीप्राणायभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्रीअपानायभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्रीसमानायभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्रीइन्द्रियायभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्रीउदानिकायभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्रीइष्टदेवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्रीकुलदेवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्रीस्थानदेवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्रीग्रामदेवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्रीमातापिता चरणकमलेभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्रीपञ्चपालदेवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्रीदशदिक्पालदेवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्री आदिशक्ति दुर्गा माताय नमः स्वाहा श्री अरुन्धती देवीभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्री भद्रकाली देवीभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्री संतोषिनी देवीभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्री रुद्राणी देवीभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्री ब्रह्माणी देवीभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्री परमेश्वरी देवीभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्री अंबिके देवीभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्री चंडिके देवीभ्यो नमः स्वाहा ओम ऐं सरस्वती माताय नमः स्वाहा श्री रामचंद्र भगवानभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्री कृष्ण भगवानभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्री हनुमते देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा. We all join together as we chant Brahm Gayatri mantra. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaveturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaveturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaveturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Mahamrityunjay mantra. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukамeva Vandanam Mrityor Mukshayamamritat Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukамeva Vandanam Mrityor Mukshayamamritat Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukамeva Vandanam Mrityor Mukshayamamritat Swaha. We chant together Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 27 times. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha. 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 ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा 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 श्री सर्वदेवता देव्योभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्री सर्वदेवता देव्योभ्यो नमः स्वाहा श्री सर्वदेवता देव्योभ्यो नमः स्वाहा Final offering. ॐ पूर्णमदा पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ सर्वं वै पूर्णाग्वं स्वाहा सर्वं वै पूर्णाग्वं स्वाहा सर्वं वै पूर्णाग्वं स्वाहा बोलिए श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय आचमन अराउंड द हवन ॐ सर्वपापहरं देवं गंगेयं निर्मलं जलम् आचमन्यं च मया दत्तं गृहान् परमेश्वर श्री अग्निदेवता आचमन्यं समर्पयामि बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय So understand devotees, whilst we prepare for our discourse this morning, we'll have a couple of kirtan bhajan.
जग की रखवाली करने वाली जगदम्बे मैया महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली हो जगदम्बे मैया जग की रखवाली करने वाली जगदम्बे मैया महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया सबके घर घर में देवाली जगदम्बे मैया महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया झुकियों के घर में सुख भर साले अंधियारे घर में दिया जला दे सबकी मिटा दे राते काले जगदम्बे मैया महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया चरणों में भेदे आशा लगाए विनती हमारी काली न जाए के उतारे जगदम्बे मैया महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया जग की रखवाली तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया
बोली श्री आदि शक्ति दुर्गा माता के जय। बोली श्री रामचंद्र भगवान के जय। So once more, devotees, a cordial welcome to all who are present today here at the Mandir and those joining us online as we engage in our Sunday morning devotion. This morning, as waking up and engaging in morning duties and so on, and the thought came in my mind that it's been a long time since we've all chanted Shri Hanumanji Chalisa together. And little did I know that Lisa was going to show up today. So, must be a reason for everything. We all join our voices as we praise Pawan Putra Hanumanji. Bhajalo ji Hanuman, Bhajalo ji Hanuman, Shri Guru Charana Sarojar Raja, Nij Mana Mukura Sudhar, Barno Raghuvar Vimalayasha, Jodayak Phalchar, Buddhihin Tanujanike, Sumira Pavana Kumar, Bal Buddhi Vidya Deho Mohi, Har ho kalesha vikar, Bhajlo ji Hanuman, Bhajlo ji Hanuman. Jai Hanuman Gyan Gun Sagar, Jai Kapish Tihu Loka Ujagar, Ramdut Atulit Baladhama, Anjali Putra Pavan Sutnama, Mahabir Bikram Bajrangi, Kumati Nivar Sumati Ke Sangi, Kanchan Barna Biraj Suvesha, हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे, शंकर सुवन केशरी नंदन,
प्रताप महाजगवंदन,
विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए, रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बराए, सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा, जम कुबेर दिगपाल चहाते, तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, युग सहस्त्र योजन पर भानु, प्रभु मुद्रिका मुख माही
चलती लागे गए अचरज नाहि
दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते
मनोग्रह तुम्हारे तेते
राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे
पूतना आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे
सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी शरणा
तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना
भज लो जे हनुमान भज लो जे हनुमान बोलो
भज लो जी हनुमान भज लो जी हनुमान
आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे
लोक हांकते कापे
भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे
महावीर जब नाम सुनावे
नाशे रोग हरे सब पीरा
जब निरंतर हनुमत बीरा
संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे
ब्रह्म वचन ध्यान जो लावे
सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा
के काज सकल तुम साजा
और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे
सोई अमित जीवन पल पावे
चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा
जय बलि सिद्ध जगत उजियारा
साधु संत के तुम रखवारे
असुर निकंदन नाम तुम्हारे
अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता
असवर दीन जानकी माता
राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा
सदार हो रघुपति के दासा
तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे
जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे
अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाए
जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त नामे
और देवता चित्तन धरई
हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई
संकट कतई मिटै सब पीरा
सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा
भज लो जे हनुमान भज लो जे हनुमान बोलो
भज लो जी हनुमान भज लो जी हनुमान
बोलो जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाय जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई
कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई
जो सतबार बात कर कोई चूक ही बंदी महासुख होय जो यहाँ पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा
कोई सिद्धि साके गौरी सा
तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा
जय नाथ हृदय महादेवा
भज लो जी हनुमान भज लो जी हनुमान बोलो
भज लो जी हनुमान भज लो जी हनुमान
भज लो जी हनुमान भज लो जी हनुमान भज लो जी हनुमान भज लो जी हनुमान पवन तनय संकट हरना मंगल मूरति रूप राम लखन सीता सहिता हृदय बसहु सुरभूप लाल देह लालील से अरुधरि लाल लंगो वज्र देह दानव दलना जय 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 कपिशोर भज लो जी हनुमान भज लो जी हनुमान भज लो जी हनुमान भज लो जी बोलो पावन पुत्र हनुमान की जय. Prem, bhakti or shakti. Devotees, Hanumanji is that embodiment of bhakti. Last few weeks in our Katha, we were talking about Kakbu Sundarji asking for the gift of bhakti. Hanumanji is that embodiment, personification of bhakti. Everything that he does is devoted to the feet of Bhagwan Shri Ram. As such devotees, there is no greater purpose in life than this. I commend all the devotees who are taking that initiative in their life to have that concern for themselves spiritually, to do your spiritual practices, to make the effort to come out to the mandir today. See, Melissa also all the way from Brampton, right? Lisa all the way from Sutton. So this shows a concern, this shows a dedication, it shows an initiative on the part of the devotee to want to be in the satsang, to want to be in that assembly of devotion. And if we are lacking in some way, devotees, if we feel that we are lacking in some way, then it is for us to pull up ourselves to improve ourselves. If we feel that we are lacking in some way, our purpose, our primary purpose, remember, is not to come in this world and to accumulate and to gather and to have so much material things. It's not our purpose. Many times we become sidetracked with this. We become sidetracked with this. And we feel that this is our purpose. Only to realize, devotees, that it's not. It's not our purpose. Our primary purpose is to serve Bhagwan. Our primary purpose is to serve God. How Hanumanji did this. Hanumanji did so many other things as well. He wasn't only offering flowers at the feet of Bhagwan. He did so many things. So many activities he engaged in, but all was dedicated to the feet of Shri Ram. So we also, in our everyday mundane activities, you know, how many people will be happy when they have to do a sink full of dishes? You don't feel too good about that. You see, sink full of dishes, sit down there watching you, right? Especially if you're tired. You have to go do these dishes. How you feel? You're feeling too good about that. But devotees, if we think, you know, Bhagwan, I have to have this place clean for you. I cannot leave these dishes in this sink because you will not be happy. You will not be pleased. And while we're doing the dishes, you know, we chant something. Some kirtan, some bhajan. Mindset becomes different. The perspective becomes different. Rather than we vex, you know, the children, you know, they take all the dishes, put all the dirty dishes and they put it in the sink. We get upset, we get angry. So we're doing these dishes and we're angry. Who are we hurting? Who are we hurting? We're hurting ourselves. We're hurting ourselves, devotees. We have to change. We have to change that. We have to change that perspective, that idea. And start to involve Bhagwan in everything that we do. And if we can only do this, then that personification of bhakti, Hanumanji, he is ever there to support us. Always there to support us. Part of our Nitya Karam, devotees, every day we should chant Hanumanji Chalisa. Do we do this? You can ask yourself. Every day we should take that time. Chant Hanumanji Chalisa. See what it does. See what changes comes about in our lives as we chant it. Is the opportunity to do it? Of course there is. 24 hours Bhagwan give us. Right? Did they give you any less? No. He gave all of us 24 hours. So there is opportunity. We just have to make it. We have to create it sometimes. Because many times, you know, our time is driven in different directions. Or we are driven in different directions to use our time. But if we create that opportunity for ourselves, You know, whilst we drive into work, instead of listening to 680 news, same thing they saying over and over. You listen to traffic news one time, it's good enough. But that's very depressing. You know, I put it on in the morning, yes, because I want to hear temperature, I want to hear, you know, what the traffic situation, weather, and so on. But after I hear it one time, then finish. I don't want to hear it anymore. It's very depressing. You know, very seldom you hear something good on the news. You're always saying something to incite or excite your mind, some way, or depress your mind somehow. So devotees, we have to be careful. We chant that Hanumanji Chalisa. We chant our Guru Mantra. We chant Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Just coming in the car this morning, you know, being Sunday morning, we put on some beautiful Surya Narayan Swami mantras. And you would not believe, devotees, you know, if you have not done it, if you have not done this, to listen to the repetition of these mantras, listening to the repetition, just listening to it, it puts you in a different mind frame, mindset. Changes the whole perspective of how we see things, how we view things. So these are things that we should all be practicing every day in our lives. So as we engage in our katha this morning, I ask once more that we clasp our hands, we close our eyes, we bow our heads, we focus our minds at the feet of Maryada Purushottam Prabhu Shri Ram. So we offer small prarthana unto him, seeking his grace and blessings. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Aim Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Guru Charan Kamale Bhyo Namo Namaha. Ramaya Ram Bhadraya Ramchandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Neelambhuj Shamal Komalangam Sita Samaropitvam Bhagam Pano Maha Sayak Charu Chapam Namami Ramam Raghuvanshanatham. He Ram Purushottam Narhari Narayan Keshava Govinda Garuda Dhwaja Gunanidhi Damodar Madhava. He Krishna Kamalapati Yadupati Sitapati Shripati Vaikunta Adipati Characharapati Lakshmipati Pahima. Adav Ram Tapovan Hatva Mrigam Kanchanam Vaidehi Haranam Jatayu Maranam Sugriva Sambhashanam Bali Nigrahanam Samudra Taranam Lankapuri Dahanam Paschat Ravan Kumbhakaran Hananam Etadhi Ramayanam. Shri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajavan Haran Bhavadhi Darunam Navakanja Lochan Kanja Mukhathar Kanja Pada Kanjarunam भजुदीन बंधु दिनेशदानव दैत्य वंशनिकंदनं भजुदीन बंधु दिनेशदानव रघुनंदन आनंद कंद कौशल चंद्र दशरथ नंदनम श्री राम कृपाल भजु मन हराल भव भय दारुणं नव कंज लोचन कंज मुख कर कंज भव कंजारुणं Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram. Boli Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki Jai. So last week, devotees, we heard that Kakusundaji, after being offered many different vardhan, right? Many different boons, many different gifts, he chose that gift of bhakti. He chose that gift of devotion. He said, Bhagwan, if you're pleased with me, please give me that gift of bhakti. And Prabhu Shri Ram, in that baby form, he blessed Kakusundaji. He told him, Eva mastu. So be it. O Kakusundaji, Eva mastu. As you want, as you wish, this shall be your blessing. This shall be your blessing. He says, O Kak, you are very wise to ask for such a boon. You're very wise to ask for such a boon. You know, just this week I was having a discussion with a gentleman and, talking about worship and puja and asking for different blessings. A lot of those blessings, devotees, were centered upon some form of material gain and material benefits. And we ask ourselves, yes, we do need those material things, but how long does it last? How long does it last? The more we have, the more we will want. It's the nature of the mind. It's the nature of the mind. How it is. So when we have $5, the aim becomes 500. When we have 500, the aim becomes 5,000. And the mind keeps multiplying and giving us more and more goals to attain. Material goals, that is. So again, who is in charge of our mind, devotees? Devesh? You're in charge of your mind, right? So can you tell your mind, hey, don't become angry today? We try, right? Sometimes mind has a mind of its own, isn't it? Yes. Sometimes the mind has a mind of its own, devotees, and we have to understand this, that mind is very, very powerful. Very, very powerful, devotees. मन ही देवता मन ही ईश्वर मन से बड़ा न कोई. Bhajan is telling us the mind is like a devta, a celestial being. Mind is like Ishwar, even like Bhagavan himself, very, very powerful. Man se bara na koi, that there is nothing bigger than the mind. Devotees' mind can be our best friend, our worst enemy. How we harness that energy, that power of the mind, devotees. Man hi devata, man hi ishwar, man se bara na koi. मन उजियारा जब जब फैले जग उजियारा होए। इस उजले दर्पण पर प्राणी धूलन जमने पाए। थोड़ा मन दर्पण कहलाए, थोड़ा मन दर्पण। भले बुरे सारे कर्मों को, भले बुरे
सारे कर्मों को
देखे और दिखाए। थोड़ा मन दर्पण कहलाए, थोड़ा मन दर्पण। सुख के कल्याण दुख के कांते, मन सबका आधार। सुख के कल्याण दुख के कांते, मन सबका आधार। मन से कोई बात छुपे ना, मन की नैन हजार। जग से कोई भागल कोई, मन से भागन पाए। पूरा मन दर्पण कहलाए, पूरा मन दर्पण। भले बुरे सारे कर्मों को, भले बुरे
सारे कर्मों को
देखे और दिखाए। थोड़ा मन दर्पण कहलाए, थोड़ा मन दर्पण कहलाए, थोड़ा मन दर्पण कहलाए। बोली श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। Devotees, we ever hear the statement that whatever we put out into the universe comes back to us? You ever hear this? Do we believe it? Yes. Right? There is basis in this statement. So this bhajan telling us that our mind is like a darpan, like a mirror. What is seen in this mirror, devotees? Bhale bhure sare karmo ko, our good and bad karmas. Good and bad karmas. So we have to be very, very careful. Be very, very careful about the activities that we allow ourselves to engage in. Be very careful, devotees. And we are taught also that every thought is an action. So you see how English language can be confusing. We are taught that every thought is an action. So T-A-U-G-H-T and T-H-O-U-G-H-T pronounced the same. So English language can be confusing sometimes. So we are taught that every thought becomes an action. So we have to be careful of the thoughts also that we entertain. We have to be careful. We cannot just let our mind have free rein, devotees. We cannot just let that mind roam as it wants and do as it wants. It's just like a child growing up. You have to make sure the child goes on the right path. At least groom them. At least guide them, give them that guidance, give them that direction, let them go on the right path. When they become big and they make their own decisions, whatever they do, then that's not up to us. The same way, devotees, we must give that mind guidance every day. Don't just let the mind say, oh, feel lazy today, na? Don't do anything today. You understand? If you allow the mind that free rein, then the mind will control. The mind will do as it wants. So that mind can be our best friend, it can be our worst enemy. Sukha ke kaliya, dukha ke kante, man sab ka adhar. That happiness and unhappiness depends upon the mind for support. So we can choose to be happy, we can choose to be unhappy. This is our choice. Our choice, devotees. You have that power to choose. I'm going to be happy, I'm going to be unhappy. So if we have that power to choose, which one will we choose? If somebody give you the choice of, a pile of gold coins and a pile of garbage, which one you will choose? Which one you will choose? Obvious choice, right? Obvious choice. A pile of gold coins we will choose. And somebody give us a choice, happy or unhappy, which one we will choose? Happy. I hope so. I hope we will choose happy. I hope we will choose to be happy, devotees, because this is our choice. It is our choice. When we become unhappy, please remember, this is also our choice. Are we choosing the garbage over the gold? Which one are we choosing? Our choice, devotees. So, Prabhu Sri Ram told Kakusundaji, he says, that you're very wise. You're very wise to choose a boon such as this. And he goes on to say, let us hear in Chaupai. सब सुख खाने सब सुख खाने रामा सब सुख खाने भगति ते मागी नहीं जग को ही सब बर भागी श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय श्री राम जय राम जय जय जो मुनि को ते जतन नहीं लाही श्री राम जय राम जो जप जोग जे जप जोग प्रभु जे जप जोग अनल तन दही श्री राम जय राम जय जय श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री
जय
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Ram
जय जय
Prabhu Shri Ram said to Kakbasunda ji, said, Sab sukh khani bhagati tai magi. That is bhakti that you ask for, Kakbasunda ji, is sab sukh khani, is the giver of all happiness, the fountain of all happiness, the source of all happiness. Bhakti. Bhakti. Remember what is bhakti, devotees? What is bhakti? Devotion to the feet of Bhagwan. Devotion to the feet of Bhagwan. This is where we find our happiness. The perennial source of happiness, perpetual source of happiness is there. Anything else we indulge in, devotees, might give us momentary happiness, transient, temporary happiness. But the only time we will find full happiness, continuous happiness, is at the feet of Bhagwan. Have we tried this? Have we tried it? Yes. We've tried it. Then why did we stop? Stop and start and stop and start. The best way to progress, devotees, is persistent efforts. Persistent efforts. We stop and start and stop and start. Then that time that we stop, in between, what are we doing? Sometimes we just stay in place. Sometimes we regress, we go backwards. And then when we start again, we are starting from a worse position than when we stopped. So we always have to be careful, devotees. Always have to be careful. Sab sukha khani bhagati tai mage. That this bhakti is that fountain of sukha, happiness. Nahi jag ko tohi sab bar bhagi. He says that you are very, very blessed. He says no one is as blessed as you, O Kakbasunda ji. So this is just a way of saying to Kakbasunda ji that Kakbasunda ji, you are very, very blessed. You're very, very blessed that you have asked for such a boon. If he wasn't blessed, devotees, he wouldn't feel to ask for this. He said, let me ask for something else. Bhagwan, give me something else. Something that will benefit me today. When we get that bhakti, devotees, we do not see any sort of material improvements. But what do we see? A mind improvement. Improvement in the state of our minds, devotees. He says, Jo muni koti jatan nahi lahahi. That all the rishis, the munis, these sages, and they do all this yoga, they do all this japa, they do all this tapasya, all these efforts they are making, and even for them it is hard to attain. Even for them it's hard to attain. We have heard all the various kathas from our scriptures about various sages who have done great sacrifice. Right? One of the very popular examples we can bring up is Ravan. Ravan was a great devotee. Everybody knows this. He was a Vedic scholar. Do you know this? Ravan was a Vedic scholar. He was a very ardent devotee of Shiv Shankar Bhagwan. Pray a lot. Do plenty havan. Do plenty jap. Do plenty yagya. But when all of this bear fruit, devotees, when Brahmaji appeared before him, what he asked for? Did he ask for bhakti? No. He wanted power. He wanted power to conquer the world. He wanted to rule the world. So all this effort, devotees, but where's the mindset? All the effort, but where's the mindset? It says, it's not so important as what we do, but the intention of what we do. I can come to the temple every day. I can put on all the beautiful clothing and everything. But if my intention is wrong, what is the purpose? Am I doing myself any favors? No. So we do the right things, but also have the right intention, the right mindset behind what we do. This is important. Remember, Bhagavan is Antaryami. Antaryami. He knows what we are thinking. So he knows, if I came to the temple today, Pandit Vijay came with the right mindset. He knows. You all may not know, but Bhagavan knows. Bhagavan knows what mindset I came today with. Bhagavan knows what mindset we all came today with. What is our mindset in this devotion? What is our mindset? Devotees, Prabhu Sri Ram is saying these words to Kakbusundaji. What happened? Let us hear in Chaupan. देखी तोरे चतुराई मागे भगति मोहि अति भाई बोलो श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम सुनो विहंग प्रसाद अब मोरे श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम
सब शुभ गुण बसी हरि दूर तोरे बोलो श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम Prabhu Shri Ram continued to speak to Kakbusundaji. He said, Re jev dekhi tori chaturai. So the word chatur means clever. Means clever. He is saying that I'm very happy. I'm very happy today to see how clever you are, how smart you are, O Kakbusundaji. Each and every one of us, we are gifted with intelligence. Every one of us. Every human being has intelligence. Now, again, the carpenter or the tradesperson can have the biggest toolbox with the best tools inside. But if they never open it and use it, then what use is the tools? You understand? So if we are all gifted with intelligence, but if we never use that intelligence, then are we any better than those who don't have? You understand, devotees? We all have that intelligence to make intelligent choices. Intelligent choices. It's up to us, devotees, the owners, the responsibility is upon us to do this. To use it. The Lord says, you're very smart. O Kakbusundaji, you're very clever. Mageu bhagati mohi ati bhai. Oh brother, you have asked. Shri Ram is calling him brother. He says, oh brother, you have asked for this gift of bhakti. You have shown a great amount of intelligence by making this choice. He says, Suno bihang prasad ab more. He said, listen, O bird. Listen, O bird. This is my prasad. This is my blessing to you. What is a prasad? A blessing from Bhagwan. Whatever is offered to Bhagwan becomes prasad, sacred. Becomes sacred. So he says, listen, this is my prasad, this is my grace, this is my blessings to you. He said, Sab shubh gun basihahi urtore. He says, by my grace, by my blessing, all good qualities shall dwell in your being. Boli Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. All good qualities shall dwell within you. Devotees, again, we all have these good qualities inside of us. But in many of us, those qualities are latent, they're hidden, they're sleeping. For us to really achieve our potential, we have to be able to wake them up. We have to let them come to the forefront and let the bad qualities go behind. Let the bad qualities go to the background. This is important. This is using our intelligence in the right way to allow the good qualities to come to the forefront. Many times, we are inspired to do something that is good, but then something will come and tell us, no, don't do it today, now do it tomorrow. Do it next week. Comes back to what I always say. Why are we being thrown in these directions? Why have we been, influenced like this? Because misery loves, finish it for me. Misery loves company. Misery don't like to be miserable by itself. When misery see all us miserable too, misery becomes very happy. You understand, devotees? So, what is the strategy that we should employ? Whatever is good, we try to do it today. Whatever is bad, we put it off till tomorrow. Right? You understand? Whatever is good, we do it today. So I'm going to be kind. I'm going to be kind today. I'm going to be helpful. I'm going to be helpful today. If I'm going to be angry, I'll wait till tomorrow. If I'm going to be hateful, I'll wait till tomorrow. So we put these things off. We put them off and say, you go in the background and let my good qualities come. Let my good qualities come to the forefront and let them shine and let them uplift me as an individual. This is what we have to do. And this is the blessing that Prabhu Sri Ram gave to Kalbasundaji. He says, all these good qualities shall dwell within you. So they shall shine within you. And devotees, we'll listen again what Prabhu Sri Ram continues to say to Kalbasundaji, not in next week, Katha, and following week, because we'll be in Navratri period. Next week, we're having a very, very short service to allow our devotees to prepare for our upcoming Navratri Yagya. So we wouldn't have a live stream, and I will not be engaging this course as well next week. So in a few weeks, we'll continue our Katha, so we keep it in our mind, right? Bookmark it. Bookmark where we stop. So if I ask, where we stop, you'll tell me. So once more, devotees, we'll join in small kirtan to Prabhu Sri Ram, once again seeking his grace and blessings. It is such a sweet way for us to ask for God's blessings when we engage in kirtan and bhajan. I cannot think of any activity that is more enjoyable than engaging in kirtan and bhajan. Not just because, I can play music and sing a little bit, but to me, this is the most enjoyable activity that one can engage in. So we all join together as we chant the praises of Bhagwan. Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama 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 Hare Rama Rama Rama
Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama.
As I always ask devotees, if our eyes do not need to be open at this time, I ask that we close them. And let us envision the beautiful form of Maryada Purushottam. Can we see this beautiful scene where baby Sri Ram is giving this blessing to Kakvasundaji? Kakvasundaji, his eyes fixated upon Prabhu Sri Ram. That love, that devotion in his heart is overflowing for Bhagavan. We offer this praise at the feet of Bhagavan Sri Ram. We pray and ask, O Bhagavan, that you also bless us with that bhakti. May we become as devoted as Kakvasundaji. Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama 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 Hare Rama Rama Rama
Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama 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 Hare Rama Rama Rama
Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama 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 Hare Rama Rama Rama
Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama 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 Hare Rama Rama Rama
Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama 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 Hare Rama Rama Rama
Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Sita Rama 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 Sita Rama 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 Boli Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Devotees, in the Ramayana we are told Even if we say the name of Sri Ram while yawning, think about it. Even if we say the name of Sri Ram while yawning, there's benefit to that. There's blessings to that. So think of how much more benefit there is that we can get when we sit and we really focus our mind upon Sri Ram. We close our eyes and we focus our minds upon Sri Ram and call out to him. Call out to that Bhagavan. Think of how much benefit is there for us. How much we can gain devotees. Remember, time is like a river. It keeps moving. Keeps moving, keeps moving. Right? And we cannot go back. The river doesn't run backwards, right? It doesn't go back. So we cannot go back in time and change and make different something that has already happened. We have to keep moving forward. But as we move forward, we try to move forward in a better way. We try to make better choices. We try to make improvements as we go. Because at the end of the day, we are the ones to benefit from this. The choices that we make, the things that we do. We will benefit or we will suffer. Our choice again, right? Choice. Very important, very important. So devotees will engage in aarti now. Those who are at home would like to perform aarti, please go to the altar. Those who are here at the mandir, please, we'll have some extra thalis prepared. Feel free to come forward and perform aarti to our Bhagavan as we engage in Shri Ramayana aarti. Om sajang chavarti sanyuktam vahnināyojitam maya dīpam grihan devesh trailokyanti mirāpaham Aarati Shri Ramayana ji ki Aarati Shri Ramayana ji ki Kirati kalita lalita siya priti
Aarati Shri Ramayana
Gavat Brahma Dika Muni Narada Gavat Brahma Dika Muni
Narada
Valmiki Vijnana Visarada
Aarati Shri Ramayana
Shuka Sanakari Sheshayar Sharada Shuka Sanakari Bharani Pavan Sut Kiratini
Aarati Shri Ramayana
Gavat Veda Purana Ashtadasha Gavat Veda
Purana Ashtadasha
Chaho Shastra Sab Granthan Puras
Aarati Shri Ramayana
Muni Jan Dhan Santan Ko Sarvasa Muni Jan Dhan Santan Sar Ansh Sammat Sab Hi Ki
Aarati Shri Ramayana
Aarati Shri Ramayana ji ki कलित ललित श्रीयपीति
आरति श्री रामायण
गावत संतत शंभो भवानी गावत संतत शंभो
भवानी
अरुघात संभाग मुनि विज्ञानी
आरति श्री रामायण
व्यास आदि कवि बर्ज बखानी व्यास आदि कवि बर्ज
बखानी
काग भुसुंदे गरुड़ के
आरति श्री रामायण
काली मलहारानी विषय रस फीकी काली मलहारानी
विषय रस पीकी
सुभग श्रृंगार मोती जोगती की
आरति श्री रामायण
दालान रोग भव मोरे अमीकी दलन रोग भव मोरे तात मात सब विधि तुलसी की
आरति श्री रामायण
आरति श्री रामायण जी की आरति श्री रामायण कीरति कलित ललित श्रीयपीति
आरति श्री रामायण
जय श्री राम हरे प्रभु जय श्री राम हरे राम राम सीता राम रामचंद्र पाहि मां राम कृष्ण गोविंदा हरि पाहि मां राम कृष्ण गोविंदा
हरे पाहिमा
राम राम सीता राम रामचंद्र पाहि मां राम कृष्ण गोविंदा हरि पाहि मां
राम कृष्ण गोविंदा हरे पाहिमा
कृष्ण कृष्ण गोपाला वासुदेव पाहि मां
कृष्ण कृष्ण गोपाला वासुदेव पाहिमा
कृष्ण कृष्ण गोपाला वासुदेव पाहि मां
कृष्ण कृष्ण गोपाला वासुदेव पाहिमा
राम कृष्ण गोविंदा हरि पाहि मां
राम कृष्ण गोविंदा हरे पाहिमा
अतुलित बालधाम हनुमत पाहि मान अतुलित बालधाम
हनुमत पाहि मान
राम कृष्ण गोविंदा हरे पाहि मान
राम कृष्ण गोविंदा हरे पाहि मान
राम राम सीता राम रामचंद्र पाहि मान राम कृष्ण गोविंदा हरे पाहि मान राम कृष्ण गोविंदा हरे पाहि मान राम कृष्ण गोविंदा हरे पाहि मान। बोली श्री रामचंद्र भगवान के जय। At this time, devotees, we have flowers. Please take a flower in your hand. We all clasp our hands. We close our eyes. We bow our heads. We focus our minds upon the beautiful form of the Lord, form of Prabhu Shri Ram or Shri Krishna Bhagavan, whichever form you like to envision at this time. We humbly ask Bhagavan today to accept our humble devotions, our kirtan, reading from his auspicious scripture, Shri Ramcharitamanas. We ask your Prabhu to give us that benefit of learning, that benefit of the knowledge that we have received today, the devotions that we've offered. We ask that if we have made any errors, omissions, we have done anything incorrectly, Prabhu, please, we humbly ask your forgiveness. We all pray together. Hari Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Janardanam Yat Pujitam Maya Deva Paripurnam Tarastu Me Om Avahanam न जानami Visarjanam Pujam Chaiva न जानami Shamyatam Parameshwara त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurmamritam Gamaya He Sarva Shaktiman Sachiranand Nirakar Nirvikar Sarvadhar Sarveshwar Sarvavyapak Antaryami Ajar Amar Nitya Pavitra Shrishti Karta Ko बारंबार नमस्कार है। हे परमात्मा भाविष्य वर्तमान दुखियों का कष्ट हरण करके सुबुद्धि को प्रकाश करके जिससे सबका मंगल होए। ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। We call out our Shri Krishna Bhagavan. Very beautifully, devotees, we use our voices. Gopal, 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 Gopal. Gopal, मनमोहन मधुर नंदलाला मनमोहन मधुर
नंदलाला
भज राधे गोविंद गोपाला भज
राधे गोविंद गोपाला
कृष्णा 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 कृष्णा
कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा
मनमोहन मधुर नंदलाला मनमोहन मधुर भज राधे गोविंद गोपाला भज राधे
गोविंद गोपाला
भज राधे गोविंद गोपाला भज राधे गोविंद बोली सियावर रामचंद्र की जय उमापति महादेव की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद्र की जय ओरेसा जगन्नाथ की जय बोलो रे भाई सब संतन की जय सियापति रामचंद्र की जय। प्रेम भक्ति और शक्ति विचार विकसित और सनातन धर्म बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय 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 सीताराम। आसन लीजिए, प्लीज हैव योर सीट्स। Devotees, it has been a very wonderful journey of devotion this morning. I'm happy that all of you could have been here with us in the mandir today to join in devotion, and of course those who are joining us online to experience this also. I always say, there's no substitute for being here in person. Sometimes circumstances don't allow us to be here in person, but at least, the live stream is there, we can participate. But when we come in person, we know there's a difference from being at home, participating from home, and being here in the mandir. And I'm so happy, that all of you have taken this opportunity to be here with us this morning and to participate in this devotion. So as I mentioned, next week we'll have a very short service in the morning. So there won't be a live stream because we are allowing, the time for devotees. Everyone's working and, have busy weeks. So, the timing to do all of these preparations is weekends. So Saturday, Sunday, sometimes Saturday, of course, we have to do other things as well. So Sunday is the day that most of the prep will be done for our Navratri Yagya. Remember, we are in period of what is called Khalmas, right? Khalmas. And during this period, it is considered inauspicious, but it's not inauspicious to do a Nitya Karma. Nitya Karma, everyday praying. Right? So your Havan you can do, your job you can do, lighting your diya you can do, right? It's never a bad time to pray. Never a bad time. Bhagwan would not refuse our prayers any time. But during this time we don't perform Devta Puja, full Devta Puja like we normally do. We do not, start new projects. We do not engage in yagyas, these types of activities we stay away from because of the impurity of this period. But a regular Havan, we can do other aspects of our devotion, we can continue, right? If you normally observe your Ekadashi, then you can do this. If you normally observe, Pradoshurat, you can continue. So all of these things we can continue, but just not full Devta Puja during this period of time. So devotees, next week again, shortened service. Oh yes. So this past week, I'm just reminded, Kailash Dindyal celebrated his birthday during the past week. So wish Kailash very happy belated birthday. And also little Avantika, she also celebrated her first birthday. So we wish Avantika a very happy birthday as well, and hoping to see her soon in the mandir. So once more, devotees, God's choices, grace and blessings to each and every one of you. Remember, Navratri starts on March 22nd. Very good. Just making sure everybody know. March 22nd, and we have 9 days, so March 22nd to March 30th. Right? So this is our Navratri period, and Shri Hanuman Jayanti is on April the 5th. Very good. All right. So we're all on track. So we'll all be here at the mandir to observe these occasions and gain the grace and blessings of Devi Mata, Prabhu Shri Ram, Hanumanji during this auspicious period. So once more, God's grace and blessings to each and every one of you until our Navratri Yagya begins to our online congregation. Jai Jai Sitaram.